You're watching TVC News at 10 with Ufeli Oguntoye. We're staying with political developments in Nigeria as political figures and parties continue to form alliances ahead of 2027 general election. A meeting of the concerned leaders from the People's Democratic Party has asked all coalition members to work out modalities of winning all elections, taking into consideration local and national peculiarities. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, a former President of the Senate, David Mark, former Governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, and many other party leaders held a closed-door meeting in Abuja. In a communique signed by former President of the Senate, David Mark, all well-meaning PDP members and other Nigerians are welcome to join the coalition. The gathering is part of ongoing consultations ahead of the formal unveiling of a coalition platform for the 2027 general election. Lawyer Ufeli joins me on the news at 10 for more on this development. Mr. Ufeli, thank you for joining us on the news tonight. The communique from that Abuja meeting led by former Vice President David Mark and Sule Lamido calls for modalities to win in the forthcoming election based on local and national peculiarities. Legally and politically speaking, what does this signal about PDP's internal cohesion and its readiness to lead a broader coalition heading into 2027?
Well, the PDP, they are spending their energy on coalition, but it's not even a coalition that is expected to resolve the perennial issues in PDP and to expand its scope. But you find members mainly talking about the coalition adopting an ADC, and sometimes they are talking about registering a new political party at the same time. Although that wing is different. The wing that is registering a different political party is the Aerofire wing and the rest of that. But the Atiku side of it is, last week we were told that they've adopted the ADC. They are still in PDP. The coalition, I think they are not very formidable in what they want to do. I think they are just gambling. That's what I feel. Even though that is allowing democracy to have coalition, to come together, to have a formidable force. But are they trying to revamp and retool the PDP? Or are they trying to use established members of the PDP to adopt ADC? Those are questions we have not been able to resolve in this whole thing they are trying to do. It is good to, give the incumbent president a good fight in 2027, which is what they are trying to do. But it has to be done with tact, okay? It has to be done well, because the same APC, it was what APC did in 2015 by having a coalition and merger and so much put together that took the PDP down. So if the PDP is going to ever get back to the center, they may have to also adopt that same political strategy of coalition.
I hear you.
They are trying.
Mr. Ufeli,
yes.
The meeting, however, called for all well-meaning PDP members and Nigerians to join this new coalition platform. But it boils down to individual interest. The former vice president ran in 2023. Do you think he's at the center of this, or you foresee a coalition that opens up the space to other contenders?
Well, from what we have seen so far, wherever you find Atiku in any kind of political negotiation, Atiku wants to negotiate on the basis of him being the flag bearer of the coalition. Okay? I mean, if it was to be an existing political party, then you have what you call primaries. But if it's a coalition, he's saying that he should be because I've seen all meetings I had all over the place. It's either he's calling Obi to come and run with him, which he did before and failed, or he's looking for a coalition, a party they can adopt, for which he can be. I mean, Atiku wants to be the president of Nigeria at all costs. Okay? But the question we are not asking, those of us who are trying to make that coalition with him, is whether he has the capacity to do what is required of him. Because if he really loves Nigeria, what I would expect from Atiku is that he plays the role of a big brother, an elder statesman, and do this political calculation in such a way that he can position a younger person to have a shot at the presidency, rather than every negotiation he's putting forth himself as the flag bearer of the party. And I don't think it's a good thing. And for me, does not look very. It's not enough to defeat the incumbent. It's not enough. If you defeat the incumbent, what next? What next? You need to position this thing well. Get the optics right. Get a younger person to contest this election, and let's see how it goes.
Coalitions have failed, but they've also worked. The APC, the ruling party, is also an example of where it succeeded. We see how this play out in the coming days and years. Even Ufeli, a lawyer, thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure.